But how we actually executed is kind of, there was a lot of variables, I mean, things like the Gobbler's Knob and that determination, and all these different areas we'd actually shoot, how we control traffic, how we make snow, all these things people wanted concrete answers to. And unfortunately, through our process, we really don't have those, hard and fast concrete answers, especially as to our schedule. There were so many variables as to actors and all these other things that, I was usually just saying, well, we'd like to do it then. We'd like to have this schedule. It would be very nice if it would work out this way. And unfortunately, that is met with a lot of consternation because, people want to know, how things like this are going to impact them. And there was a lot of very serious concern. One of our other most concerned businesses was the thoughtfulness shop, the pharmacy across the way. We had some businesses that were very concerned. So actually they organized and tried to block us from coming. And there were 23 businesses that formally came together. And so much so they even got buttons made with the 23 on them. And so it was, as you can imagine, in my position, I'm the one having to negotiate with the town and the people. And it's hard, the majority of the people were very, very supportive and were, wanted to make this work. They thought it was a very good idea. And so it was very interesting as through the process. And the more information, the more concrete we got, the more comfortable most of the town got with us. And so the 23 went down to 14. So they had to get new buttons made. And so once we got that process underway, though, there was kind of a lot of momentum for us to be able to make this work here. And we actually had to go through the process, and I have to say a couple of people that were key on the city council at the time, actually, turns out that the gentleman who's the mayor now, Brian Sager, was the key city council person who I was working with in creating the guidelines for how a film is operated in Woodstock, because there were no rules before we made this movie. When I was here on Planes Trains, we were here for 3 days, we were in, we're out. It was a much lower impact project. But when you're here as long as we were, we really had to have something pretty concrete to kind of go, okay, this will be our notification process. This will be the hours of our operation. Any kind of waivers I need to do for my work, I need to, notify you this many days in advance. And so we had to kind of go through that process. And it seemed to work out pretty well. I mean, in revisionist history, there's only the paint store. And so it's really nice that it's at that point that the town really has come together.
You couldn't just tell them that, hey, look, 15 years from now, people are going to be swarming this place. There's so much business.
No. This was a pretty rare event. I hope you understand. So, yeah. Anybody else?
One question.
Sorry, that was a long answer.
That's right. You can make this a short answer. I know at the movie Road to Perdition in Dundee, they had the issue with some businesses, being completely blocked off and they couldn't do business. Was that an issue with any of the businesses here while you're shooting?
Absolutely. I mean, this was in Dundee. I believe they actually only shut Dundee down for 3 days. It wasn't that major of an actual shutdown. I mean, it was a very different thing. Again, 6 weeks is a lot different than 3 days. So
you shut the business down, do you compensate?
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, the way we arranged our shooting, we actually never had to shut anybody down. Like the paint store, for instance, when the days when we were shooting down this way, we were that way, but they have an entrance on the other side. You can actually park, and most of the contractors actually access that store through the back. All the stores on that side have that access. So